Some bad news, couple things here. Today is the funeral for the Camaro after 57 years. So GM today is laying off hundreds of workers at two of its plants. This is December 15th, 2023. According to some documents filed by GM with the state of Michigan, they are going to lay off 1,300 workers at two of its Michigan plants early next year, even though today is the announcement and the last Camaro will be made on the 18th. Today is Friday, that'll be Monday. Apologize for the dogs, they're not mine. So the large round of layoffs, 945 workers are going to be at GM's Orion assembly plant, which produces the Chevy Bolt. That won't be until January 1st. The second one is over in April's hometown of Lansing. So the Grand River Assembly plant in Lansing, Michigan, is going to close. 369 workers will be laid off. And this is to end the production of the Camaro, the Chevrolet Camaro, which is produced there. Those layoffs will begin January 2nd, but the last Camaro is going to be made Monday, which is 2 days from now. So the company, GM says in a statement, it anticipates having job opportunities for all impacted team members per the provisions of the UAW, GM National Agreement, blah, blah, blah. The decision to end the production of the Camaro, Brad France, the director of Chevy car and crossover marketing, which should give you a idea right there as to why crossover marketing, told the Detroit News was the result of an evaluation of the company's portfolio offerings for progress toward our EV future and sales demand. So basically what they're saying is the Camaro is dead because they believe in electric vehicles. Now, a couple things come to mind. Number one, they don't have a replacement for the Camaro. Now, this happened a couple years back. This actually happened back in the early or late 70s when they brought out the Monza, which was supposed to be the Camaro at the time, and that was going to be a front-wheel drive car, but due to the Mustang staying rear-wheel drive, they changed their mind and came out with the new Camaro. At the time, back in the early 70s, they kept with it. Then the Camaro died again. What was that? In the early 2000s, it died again. And then they brought it back as the new Camaro, which was kind of a throwback to the old Camaro. Again, following Mopar, who had already brought out their Challenger, and Mustang, which had gone retro back in 2005. Now, I'm a GM guy. I've owned a couple Camaros. I owned an 84 Camaro that was bought new back in the day. I also owned a 69 Camaro in high school for a short time. I basically bought it to take some parts off it. But the problem being is, oh, and by the way, they said they might come out with a 4-door Corvette. Don't ask me. That was a side note on there, that the Corvette, they're thinking of coming out with a 4-door Corvette and making Corvette a brand similar to Cadillac. Which, you know, I guess this is the we'd rather have a cell phone than a car generation. And the problem is now is that the kids that would rather have a cell phone than a car, or a computer than a car, they're the ones now in charge of making cars. I don't know of a golf cart, I mean electric vehicle. No, I really mean golf cart, because that's what they are. I mean, Teslas are nice, but they're golf carts. I've already talked about this in a previous chant. But my issue, I think, is that this is really the death knell start of muscle cars in general, because muscle cars in general will be going away. So the muscle cars in general are going away. Dodge, or Mopar rather, is getting rid of its Challenger, and I also think it's getting rid of the Charger. which really sucks because I actually wanted to see a 2-door Charger. I wish they would have came out with a 2-door Charger. I think that would have been a really, really cool car. But kids today, which are now 20-year-olds, they rule the roost on everything. You know, whatever you buy is geared to 20-year-olds because it's now designed by 20 and 30-year-olds. And the worst thing is we got people in the car industry that don't like cars. That's what it is. I mean, if we want to get, like, you know, straight up and not bullshit each other, that's what it is. You got car people now that are not interested in cars. Every car is going to look alike. Most cars look alike now. The other thing that's going to be an issue is, what is NASCAR going to do? NASCAR right now, I guess it's just going to be Toyotas and Nissans and Maximas, and the lowly Ford Mustang will be the only American product that'll be left. So I guess I'll be watching, if I'm going to watch, listen, I'm not going to watch NASCAR if all it is foreign brands. If I'm going to do that, then I might as well just go ahead and watch F1 or Indy, that's ran by everybody from Honda lawnmowers to Ferrari, right? So I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows right now. I don't think that the electric vehicle is going to take hold. We don't have the grid for it. What are you going to do if you live in Montana or rural Texas or up in the mountains of the Ozarks or in North Dakota? I mean, we don't have the grid to support electric vehicles right now. We don't really have the technology to support them. That Tesla pickup truck is a joke. I watched every video on it. You know what I didn't see? I didn't see anybody going through water. I didn't see anybody go hunting. I didn't see anybody go off-roading with this thing. It's the next best, greatest thing. And none of these things can get wet. I know. I lived in Fort Myers last year. When the hurricane came, the Teslas caught fire. These batteries catch fire with salt water. So we're eventually just going to have a bunch of cars that can't go off-road. And if that's the case, what the hell? But if you want to see that, go look at a couple weeks ago. I put up something about that. I'm just, right now, really just upset with the fact that the car industry here has become a joke. The only people that make cars anymore are people outside this country. Why is that? You know, this was one of the things where the cell phone came out. It's basically the cell phone and the internet have basically killed our country. Pretty soon you're just going to have a bunch of fat kids sitting at home with things on their faces, living some kind of a weird life until they just up and die. I mean, that's pretty much going to be, is everything's going to be over the internet, and it's going to be all this 3D crap, you know, and AI is going to just do your job for you, and then nobody will have any money except for the real rich people, and you might as well just, you know, it's just going to suck. And people can't see that. But yeah, so today is the death knell of the Camaro again. And I don't think they're saving it this time. I mean, before it had a lot of competition. Excuse me. GM had all kinds of other divisions. They were making other cars. The Firebird, all that stuff, not anymore. Nope, done. Pontiac's not around. So I think Oldsmobile's gone. Everybody's done. Anyway, that being said, if you notice, I'm wearing a Vice Grip Garage shirt. I'm wearing one of our hats. This is a Vice Grip Garage shirt that I got a long time ago, and on the back is the Independence. This was when the Independence first came out. I got this. I've also bought some other stuff from them, and so just remember, if you want something, we have a store. You can click on it right there on the front page of our YouTube homepage. And you can always click on that and buy stuff. I appreciate that. Also, supporting the channel. We're only 95 people away from 20,000. So I appreciate everybody that has signed up, but if you haven't, can you just do me a favor, just click the subscribe button. It's kind of like liking our channel. That's all it is. If this was Facebook, you'd be like saving the channel, liking it. I don't know, I'm not on Facebook, but I should be. Also, by the way, if you think I should be on Facebook and what's the other one, Instagram and that kind of stuff, let me know. I'm not on any other social media other than YouTube, and a lot of people say I should be. I'm not doing TikTok. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. It's Chinese owned, and I can't do the Chinese thing. It's just, I can't do that. It's just the military veteran in me just says I just can't put that up there. But the other stuff I'm open to, and I used to have a YouTube channel, but I don't have one anymore. So anyway, just wanted to talk a little bit about merchandise. Like I said, I support everybody else. I hope people would support me, and I appreciate all the likes, appreciate everything. We're going to be putting up some model car vids, you know, our Model Monday. We're going to put some up this week. We're going to have really bad weather here in Florida this weekend, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm also working on that pace car video, so we'll get that up as well. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. Christmas is next week, but yeah, I just needed to talk and kind of let you know that this was the death knell of the Camaro. So anyway, this is like my weekly update, rant, whatever. It's not really a rant this time. It's just kind of sad. Tell me what you guys think. I mean, do you think they'll come out with an electric Camaro? Do you think they'll come out with, do you think a four-door Corvette's gonna work? What do you think the next car on NASCAR is gonna be? Because they use a Camaro now and it ain't gonna be there in shortly, you know. What are they gonna replace it with? So what are you gonna think when the only rear-wheel drive hot rod that gets sold by anybody is gonna be the Mustang? So put down your comments. I'm really curious to see. So I thank you guys for supporting us again. This is December 20th of 2020, which was almost 3 years ago. We went live for the first one, our first video, and that video is of me working on my 57 Chevy back in like 1986. So I appreciate everything. Who knew that some 50-year-old boomer dude would be able to put up 740 videos or 720 videos that you guys wanted to see. So I appreciate the encouragement, and I'll keep it up as long as you guys let me. Have a great day. Merry Christmas.